24 hours after Ohio Muslim is charged in terror plot, FBI discovers terrifying find in his jail cell. Time and time again, Muslims continue to prove that they have no intentions for peacefully assimilating into Western civilization after fleeing their war-torn countries. We see the devastating effects of countries who allow Muslims to flood their countries. Just take a look at what's going on in Europe. While President Trump is doing everything in his power to keep these third-world country vermin out of America, a Muslim who came into our country under Obama was just caught in a sickening act of terrorism that has Ohio residents completely traumatized, proving once again that we need to round every last Muslim migrant up and deport their asses back to the Middle East where they belong. Yayo Farouk Mohammed is a Muslim who came here in 2008 from the United Arab Emirates and decided to make Ohio his new home. But he had little intentions for peacefully assimilating into his new country, as authorities would soon learn. Not long after migrating here from his terror-ridden country, Mohammed hooked up with notorious now-dead terrorist recruiter Anwar al-Awlaki, later traveling to Yemen to provide the terrorist with thousands of dollars and equipment to carry out future terror attacks. But that was unfortunately just the beginning. After being investigated, charged, and jailed while awaiting his sentence, Mohammed then set out to inflict jihad on the federal judge presiding over his case, a plot that was luckily discovered right before the judge was brutally assassinated. The Blade reported. A man awaiting trial in the Lucas County Jail for providing financial support to the Al-Qaeda terrorist network was charged late today with trying to get U.S. District Court Judge Jack Zuhairi assassinated. Federal investigators claim Yayo Farouk Mohammed, 37, of the United Arab Emirates, not only wanted the judge dead but also wanted his would-be assassin to make sure his body was not found. Mr. Mohammed was indicted by a federal grand jury in Toledo for attempted first-degree murder of a federal officer, solicitation to commit a crime of violence, and use of interstate commerce facilities in the commission of murder for hire. He is believed to have put a contract out on the judge's life from his jail cell. The indictment claims he told a fellow inmate at the Lucas County Jail he would pay $15,000 to have Judge Zuhairi, who is presiding over his terrorism case, killed. Prosecutors presented evidence that showed Mr. Mohammed arranged for his wife to make a $1,000 down payment, which she did on May 5, according to the indictment. When asked when he wanted the murder committed, Mohammed stated, "The sooner would be good, you know," the indictment said. Federal prosecutors said Mr. Mohammed did so to obstruct the terrorism case against him. This prosecution seeks to hold the defendant accountable for attempting to victimize the judge and for trying to undermine our criminal justice system, Barbara L. McQuaid, U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Michigan, said in a news release. Agent Stephen D. Anthony of the FBI's Cleveland Field Division spoke about the case, saying that Mohammed will now face serious additional federal charges that will add decades onto his sentence. Conspiring to have a judge killed is not the way to avoid being prosecuted. Now Mohammed will be held accountable for additional serious federal charges, Anthony stated. Chillingly, Mohammed's entire family who lives in the United States were also busted in the terrorism plot and are awaiting sentencing. The Blade went on. Mohammed along with his brother, Ibrahim Zubair Mohammed, 36, of Euless, Texas, and brothers, Sultan Room Salim, 41, of Columbus and Asif Ahmed Salim, 35, who most recently lived in the United Arab Emirates, are awaiting trial in that case. All but Sultan Room Salim are being held in the Lucas County Jail. Magistrate Judge James Knapp allowed Mr. Salim to be released on a $500,000 property bond with strict conditions that he live with his mother and wife in Cambridge, Ohio. Judge Zuhairi denied bond for Ibrahim Zubair Mohammed and Asif Ahmed Salim, saying it was probable they would not appear for future court hearings. This incident just further proves that Muslims will never adopt a peaceful way of life or assimilate into Western civilization, despite the propaganda that they left continues to spew about the religion of peace. Hopefully President Trump's migrant ban will help alleviate his problem, But that doesn't solve the issue of the 3.3 million Muslims that are currently living in America who daily are becoming more radicalized with what they're being taught in their mosques. It's more important than ever that we make the commitment to become proficient with firearms and carry a gun for protection wherever we go. In the end, the only thing that will stop Muslims from committing terror attacks on our soil is an armed populace. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe Breaking News 365 channel. Goodbye and see you again.